This Delta how-to video will show you how to install a bathroom faucet and pop-up. To complete this project, you'll need channel lock pliers, an adjustable wrench, thread seal tape, silicone caulk, and a wrench included in the box. Many single-handle faucets allow you to install them as either a single-hole mount or as a 3-hole mount using an escutcheon plate, which fits into the 2 outside holes. Once you know the type of installation, in our case here a 3-hole mount, you're ready to begin. Slide the 3-hole gasket over the tubes and the mounting stud and feed everything through the hole in the countertop. If you were doing a single-hole mount, you would use the corresponding single-hole gasket. Under the sink, slide the hole in the metal bracket over the mounting stud and screw on the mounting nut. Go ahead and screw the metal bracket up to the underside of the countertop by hand. Then use the wrench that's included with the faucet to finish the job. Make sure the faucet is positioned properly before you tighten it down all the way. Now you're ready to attach the water supply lines. These are already marked, red for hot and blue for cold. It may help to support the supply lines to keep it aligned to the supply. If you need to, you can loop the lines for a more direct fit, but be careful not to put a kink in the supply tubes. Once you've tightened the compression fittings by hand, use an adjustable wrench to give it one additional turn. Be careful not to over-tighten. If you have a 2-handle faucet, which would not have diamond seal technology, the procedure is a little different. In this case, the 2-handle faucet is a widespread. Wrap some thread seal tape around the threads and slide the hot and cold end valves into the outside holes. To make sure you have them positioned right, the hot valve is marked with a tag. From the underside, attach the washer and nut, screwing them on by hand and then tightening with channel lock pliers. The long copper tubes should face the outside, so make sure the valves are positioned correctly as you do this. Now repeat the process with the spout, tightening until it's snug. Attach the hose assembly to the nipples of the spout and end valve. These connections should just slide on and snap in place, so give each one a little tug to make sure it's secure. Use flexible supply lines with 1/2-inch IPS connectors to attach the hot and cold water supplies, and tighten with an adjustable wrench. Don't forget the thread seal tape. To finish off the installation, let's install the pop-up drain assembly. Take the pop-up assembly, remove the stopper, and unscrew the metal flange from the plastic tailpiece. Take some silicone caulk and squirt a liberal amount around the drain hole of the sink where the flange will go. Place the metal flange down through the hole and let it rest on top of the silicone. From the underside, slide on the gasket and washer, then screw the nut onto the threads of the metal flange. Screw it all the way up against the bottom of the sink by hand and tighten it down with a pair of channel lock pliers. Insert the plastic washer into the tailpiece and screw it onto the metal flange, making sure the pivot ends up facing toward the faucet under the sink. Plumb the other end of the tailpiece into the existing drain and tighten everything up. Now it's time to install the pop-up. Place the stopper in the drain, then remove the pivot nut from the back of the tailpiece and insert the ball side of the horizontal rod until it engages the stopper. Screw the pivot nut over the rod to hold it in place. Drop the lift rod in from the top and attach it to the strap with the metal screw. Find the ideal hole in the strap to operate your pop-up and run the horizontal rod through it, using the clip on either side to prevent it from coming out. Check the operation of the pop-up and clean out any excess silicone from the drain. Let the silicone cure fully before turning on the water. Check the directions on the caulk package. Turn the water back on and make sure everything's working properly. If there are any leaks, tighten the compression fittings 1/2 turn until the leaks stop. If you have additional questions, contact our customer service center at 1-800-345-DELTA. For more how-to videos, visit our website at deltafaucet.com.